EVO 2023 is finally over. There were winners, there were losers, and we are all finally free once again. In this video, I'm going to talk about my EVO 2023 experience and go through all of the games I got to watch this year. There were a couple I really didn't get the chance to watch. What's the difference between really getting the chance to watch something and getting the chance to watch something? I didn't get the chance to watch Mortal Kombat, and I didn't get the chance to watch DBFZ, although I gotta give shoutouts to Ninja Killa and Hikari. I watched some of the replays. They played absolutely amazing. So, without further ado, we're gonna talk about EVO 2023, and we're gonna find out, was EVO 2023 mid this year? My EVO started with Melty Blood top 6, and it was definitely the favorite out of all the top 6s I watched. All of the players played at such an incredibly high level of skill, and even though we ended with a Roa mirror match, I still found it incredibly interesting. I just find it insanely fitting that everyone considers Roa to be top tier, and who'd we get in the final match but Roa himself? Still, seeing Roa have to fight himself provides an interesting situation, and if it was just Roa versus another character, I definitely think it would have been less interesting. Although, I can understand why people who really don't follow the game closely would be bored with something like this. The MVP for this top 6 has to be Jimmy J Tran with the CL. We do not get to see enough CL, so it was a pleasant treat to see some fantastic optimal CL gaming in this top 6. I also gotta give it up to Jing, the 2022 Lumina EVO champion, for sticking with Hisui even a year later when he could have just switched to any other top tier. I really respect that. Unfortunately, now I gotta address the elephant in the room. It's unavoidable. There was no announcement for Melty Blood type Lumina. Does this mean that type Lumina is dead? Not at all. Just because we didn't get an announcement doesn't mean that the game is dead. It would have been nice to hear about a patch or even a character, but it's very obvious that French Bread don't control when this game gets updated. Type Moon does, and it seems like Type Moon is holding off for now. But I really do think that we're gonna get another update before Red Garden comes out, and that's gonna have Len in it, as she was teased in the last story mode update. We're definitely gonna have to wait a little bit longer for a Type Lumina update, and I think it's safe to assume that French Bread are gonna be focusing on getting Under Night 2 out the door, so Melty fans, we just gotta be patient. Speaking of Under Night InBirth 2, man, what an announcement. I can't say that it was a total surprise, because it did get leaked that something Under Night related exists due to a Korean ESRB type leaking it by accident. So we knew something was going on, but to just have it and see it is amazing. It has all of the characters from the original Under Night InBirth, including Scion from Melty Blood. So Scion is in Under Night again before she's in Lumina, which is funny, and Akutsuki from Akutsuki Blitzkampf. Both are fan favorite characters, and I was a little worried that Uni 2 wouldn't be able to keep their crossover characters, but here they are, and they even have new moves, which is crazy. Uni 2 looks amazing, and with the implementation of rollback netcode, now more than ever is Under Night InBirth's time to shine. I will definitely be covering this game when it comes out, and am extremely excited to see what French Bread has in store, because after Type Lumina, I have to say, French Bread are my favorite fighting game developers, bar none. And you know, it's funny, on Friday I really couldn't watch any EVO, so I ended up taking a nap sometime Friday, and then, you know, I just woke up, and I woke up in a post Under Night InBirth 2 world. It was like the first thing that I saw when I turned on my phone. It was surreal, and I had to make sure that I wasn't dreaming or something, but no, it's real. Next, I ended up watching King of Fighters 15 top 6 directly after Melty Blood top 6. I'm gonna be real with you guys, I think KOF just has bad luck at EVO ever since we had those incredibly hype KOF 14 EVOs. They have just been some of the most optimal, top tier using top 6s, top 8s that I've seen, and I am so tired of seeing Cronin. I am so tired of seeing Jenny. I never want to see those characters again. And I said that last year, yet here we are. Although I will concede this EVO was definitely better than last year's, but not by much. I have to give props to Xiaohai. He is on such another level compared to every other KOF player. It is absolutely insane seeing some of the stuff he does. After KOF Top 6, I got to see my first announcement of EVO besides Uni 2, and it was that Drzuul from King of Fighters 2003 is coming to the King of Fighters 15. I'm not really a fan of him, but I know he has his fans, and in terms of a DLC character, he is a very interesting playstyle, so I definitely support him coming to KOF 15, although I have the inkling that he's either going to be really, really good or really, really bad, but only time will tell. After that, there was the big reveal from SNK, the first little glimpse at the new Fatal Fury game, Fatal Fury, City of Wolves. We got to see Terry and Rock, and it was a little disappointing that they were just, ripped from their KOF 14 models, but it does look like certain areas have been touched up, and I'm really excited to see what this game is going to play like, because they can go in a lot of directions with it. They could make it play like real bout Fatal Fury, they could make it play like classic Fatal Fury, they can make it play like Mark of the Wolves. I think it's really going to be a mix of everything, and I am just waiting for that gameplay to drop. There were also a bunch of character voices in the beginning of the trailer, and you could clearly hear my boy Kine, and I am so excited to play that character. Kine is one of my favorite SNK characters. He's my favorite character in Mark of the Wolves, and I can't wait to be shooting the purple fireballs again. Hopefully, I know Krazer is dead in the Fatal Fury timeline. He kills himself because Terry beat him and is a better fighter. That's real lore. But if Nightmare Geese can come back, I want Krauser. Did I call him Krazer? I want Krauser to come back because Krauser is sick. Starting off day 3, we had UMVC3, and man, what a nightmare. This has to be one of the most boring top whatevers I've ever seen for a fighting game. Marvel 3 has become so optimized that it is just nonsense, and having a Zero May Cry mirror, unlike the Roa mirror, just put me to sleep and almost killed all of my hype until Street Fighter came back. Honestly, I would not be surprised if this was the last year for Marvel vs. Capcom because of this lackluster top 8. Oh, and then they announced like a Grand Blue Fantasy trailer at the end of Marvel, which there's just no crossover between those two games, and I'm not really a fan of the changes they're making in Grand Blue. It feels like they're really trying to cast as wide of a net as possible when they're going against a really cool, like, solid design they had in the original Grand Blue, and I'm extremely apprehensive. I'm gonna give the game a try, but I don't like what they're doing with it, and, hopefully they listen to feedback. There was also a Mortal Kombat 1 trailer at some point with Reptile, and I think that Mortal Kombat 1 is shaping up to be very interesting. I like that all the ninjas are finally back. I think, the ninjas should always be in Mortal Kombat because they're the ninjas. They're the coolest characters. Reptile definitely got the glow up he deserved. Oh, and while I'm on the topic of Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct, surprisingly enough, got a announcement that it's going to get a patch, it's going to get 4K, and it's going to get netcode improvements. So let's go Killer Instinct. It's a very underappreciated game, and hopefully now more people will try it out. After that, we had Tekken Top 6, which I'm not really interested in. I'm just ready to be on that Tekken 8 train. I know Tekken 7 took a really long time, despite it being in the Top 6 format. I don't know about that, but, they announced some, characters. Me personally, my character's already in, so I'm not going to get excited for new characters. I did, however, like when the man, the myth, the legend himself, Ono, came up on stage and, hinted toward a little game we haven't heard about in a long time. That was definitely something that brought a smile to my face. That felt like classic EVO shenanigans.
Arada, eu me lembro que você estava fazendo trabalho familiar. Trabalho familiar. Qual é o seu trabalho familiar?
Next up is Guilty Gear Strive, top 6, and only one thought really comes to mind. I miss Guilty Gear. I've really been thinking about it for a while, and the reason I don't like Strive is because it's just got nothing to do with why I fell in love with Guilty Gear in the first place. Nothing in this game just is appealing to me as someone who played XIII and someone who plays Plus R. I came from Street Fighter to Guilty Gear, and at the time, you know, it was just the most amazing thing in the world, and now I just look at it and it's just boring. I'm really not a fan of the new direction they're going in with Guilty Gear, and it's definitely here to stay. You know, all I can really say is, again, I miss Guilty Gear. They did announce that Johnny would be coming back. He'll probably be good, like he was in XIII. I mean, get hype. He has no nipples for some reason. I thought that was weird. But yeah, that was Guilty Gear Strive. Last, but certainly not least, we have the main event of EVO, Street Fighter 6. And, I'm gonna be real here. Besides Melty Blood, this was the second most exciting top 8 of the entire show. Once again, Street Fighter just delivers. And I'm in no way surprised. Street Fighter V was surprisingly good to watch last year, and it was just like that top 8 from last year, but times 10 and minus 2 guys. Every player truly played their hearts out, and I think for the first time in a long time, the first version of a Street Fighter is actually pretty decent. And you just gotta tip your hats off to Capcom. They truly learned from their mistakes in Street Fighter V and just delivered a fantastic game. That being said, the Ninja Turtles collab was definitely unexpected. When the band started playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme, I was very confused, and then when I saw the costumes, I kind of lost my shit there for a second because it was really funny. They also showed off the new character Aki, but I'm not really interested in Season 1 of Street Fighter 6. Really, I just want to see Akuma, and I really just want to see Akuma because I want to see Tokido play him, but I'm gonna wait until they put Cody in this game, Until then, I'm gonna keep playing Luke. And that was basically all of the highlights for EVO 2023. So I have to pose the question, was EVO 2023 mid this year? And I'm gonna kind of say yeah, but I don't think it was EVO's fault. I just think there were a lot of circumstances that led to some of the other games just not really having interesting top 6s. Marvel is the standout for that one. That one, just put me to sleep. I mean, if you go watch the top 6 commentary I did of it on that day, I was extremely low energy because just watching that Zero May Cry, man, it's like a sleep aid. Also, none of the announcements were really that crazy. I mean, it's kind of my fault for, knowing Uni 2 already existed, and EVO can't really do anything about having cool announcements, but it kind of just sets the tone for the entire event in retrospect. That being said, did the top 6 format work out? This is going to be a little controversial, but I actually liked the top 6 format, and I think they did a good job with the advertisements this year. They didn't feel as invasive as they were last year, and I felt like for the most part the top 6s were fast and efficient, barring a few exceptions, although I would be lying if I said I didn't miss the 2 matches for top 8. In terms of the streaming experience, I had an overall positive experience the first day, and then again, Marvel just killed me. But I don't really know if I'm going to stream in the future. I'm going to leave a link to my stream in the description. If you want to see those top 6 replays, I have highlights for KOF, I have highlights for Melty, and I have highlights for UMVC3. So if you're so inclined, you can have, 7 hours of Dr. Drzuul content? Wow. But that was my EVO 2023 experience. Did you enjoy EVO 2023? What was your favorite top 6? Do you like the top 6 format? Were you actually lucky enough to go? And of course, what was your hypest announcement? EVO is always a treat to watch every year, and it's definitely something to look forward to. Hopefully next year I can actually go in person, but we're gonna say it one more time, only time will tell. That's it for me. I want to thank you, like always, for watching. I truly appreciate it. Oh, and anyone who showed up to the stream, thank you so much. I don't think I did the best of jobs, but I don't think I did too bad. I really hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, and goodbye.